So, this is a rabbit hole I really don't want to go down. I just heard that the CDC, that these test kits are contaminated with coronavirus. Yeah, coronavirus test kits are contaminated. This is from March 5th. Why the CDC botched its coronavirus testing, the first test kits from the Centers for Disease Control had a simple fault, and red tape prevented other labs from creating their own. Red tape prevented other labs from creating their own? Keep that in mind. Few health institutions around the world are as renowned as the U.S. Centers for Disease Control, which makes it all the more baffling that the CDC could have fumbled the rollout of coronavirus diagnostic tests throughout the country so badly, while other countries have been able to run millions of tests. The CDC has tested only 1,235? Let me get this straight. The big bad, super awesome CDC on March 5th, when this article was written, had only tested 1,200 patients, while other countries have been able to run millions of tests. Now let's just think of the logistics. This is March 5th when the article was written, the 1st of March. So we have February, we have January, we have, I guess, most of December. Well, when did this outbreak happen? Late November, early December? So in 2.5 months, not only did they isolate, identify, and then they created a test, and then they were able to mass produce millions of tests in other countries. How the hell did that happen logistically? I'm doubting that. I mean, everywhere I look, every article I read is just mountains of horse shit. And then it says the CDC has only by March 5th, the CDC has only tested 1,200. What? Speed is of the essence. Well, good job, CDC. Looks like you're way the hell behind. Mistakes are already proving costly to tracking the outbreak in the US. Well, maybe we should read the rest of this article. However, look at this. Read the whole story, 911 words. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. I'm probably not going to read this whole article, but let's look at this. And this is updated April 10th. Coronavirus cases 491,000, almost 500,000 cases. How did you figure that out? How did you figure that out? 500,000? Is that confirmed? We know it's not confirmed because we know that the death certificates are falsified by your own admission. What is this? Look at this. The New Yorker. What went wrong with coronavirus testing in the U.S.? On February 5th, 16 days after a Seattle resident who had visited relatives in Wuhan was diagnosed as having the first confirmed. How did you confirm? How did you isolate the virus and identify it genetically from other coronaviruses? Because corona is a family of viruses. The flu is a coronavirus. Bird flu, SARS, these are coronaviruses. How did you confirm on February 5th? How did you confirm? So, as having the first confirmed case of COVID-19 in the United States, the Centers for Disease Control in Atlanta began sending diagnostic tests to a network of about 100 states, state, city, and county public health laboratories. So on February 5th, that's the 1st of February. So you only had what? Let's say all of December and January, and then the beginning of February, you sent 100 state, city, and county laboratories. You sent each one of those 100 laboratories. How many kits did you send? A couple? 100 per lab? 100 times 100? How many did you send? How was it that you were able to manufacture a test kit so quickly that could actually differentiate one virus over another? Up to that point, all testing for COVID-19 in the U.S. had been done at the CDC. Of some 500 suspected cases at the centers, 12 had confirmed positive. Well, that sounds actually about right, because this is what we see now. Because doctors are being told to falsify death certificates without even testing. If you suspect, they say, and this is according to the CDC orders given to hospitals and doctors, if you simply suspect, just don't even bother doing a post-mortem test. Just go ahead and put it on the death certificate that he died from the beer virus. The new test kits would allow 50,000 patients to be tested, and they would also make testing much faster, as patient specimens would no longer have to be sent to Atlanta to be evaluated. The tests were shipped in cardboard boxes, each side with 4 vials, had necessary materials known as reagents to run tests on about 300 people before a state or local lab, the CDC, developed its tests in actual patients. However, it had to ensure that they had worked the same way they had in Atlanta, process known as, here it is, keyword verification. The first batch of kits, sent to more than 50 state and local public health labs, arrived on February 7th. That's amazing. You guys are so efficient. That's really fast. Of the labs that received the test, around 6 to 8 were able to wait, what? Of the labs that received the tests? What? Sent to more than 50 state and local health labs. Of the labs, 6 to 8 were able to verify that they worked as indicated. But a larger number, about 36 of them, received inconclusive results. Wow. You know, the more I look into this, this is just mountains and mountains and mountains of absolute horse shit. Everything about all of this. And I could make this video an hour long, going through all of these details, including the CDC guidelines, which come from the WHO, ultimately ordering hospitals and doctors to, quite frankly, falsify death certificates without testing. And it's just absolutely amazing. So I heard that the test kits were contaminated. I wish I could pause this video. I don't think that there's not really a pause function. Stop, start, recording. Not really a pause function. I wish I could pause and get my head straight, because somewhere I had heard and saw, well, I heard and then I tried to verify and I saw that the test kits were actually contaminated with coronavirus. Let's just try this real quick. Coronavirus test kits contaminated with, I don't even have to finish. Britain's attempt to set up a coronavirus has suffered setback. What else have I saw? Where did it go? That's the one I was looking at a second ago. And let's look at this one here. Here it is. This is from the Daily Beast. We know how reliable they are. Coronavirus test kits have been contaminated with coronavirus, says report. Oh, experts say, do they? Say authorities. Britain's attempt to set up its testing for a novel C virus have suffered a setback after some key parts of the testing kits that were due to be imported were found to have been contaminated with the C virus. You know what I mean? Just mountains and mountains of horse shit. Nothing makes sense. None of it makes sense. every other report just contradicts every other report. And I don't even know what to say anymore. I'm just getting sick and freaking tired of digging into this rabbit hole. It makes no sense. Nothing makes sense. Nothing adds up. Nothing, nothing, nothing. So good luck, everybody, with the new biometric system that's being implemented, the cashless society that's coming. You won't be able to buy or sell without your vaccine certificate. You won't be able to get on a bus or walk into a public space. This is what's coming. This is our future. They're going to make sure that everybody has their little approved, vaccinated, uh, internal passport. You won't even be able to walk into a fucking grocery store. You won't be able to do a damn thing. Welcome to the new normal. See ya.